Hello and welcome to this video about enabling Turnitin to create a similarity report and creating a rubric for an assignment in D2L. Turnitin is a valuable tool in combating plagiarism in student assessments, and rubrics help support consistent grading guidelines as well as students' understanding of expectations. I'm going to start off today by going ahead and creating a rubric. From my homepage of my course, I'm going to go over to Course Administration, click on that tab. From there, I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on Rubrics. Here, adding a rubric is very simple. You can simply click on this big blue button that says New Rubric. From here, I can give my rubric a title. I can add different levels if I want to. Let's say that I want to change, I can click here on the plus button to add that new level. The percentage points are automatically assigned. If I'd like to change that, I could go up here to the arrow and click it and change it possibly to an analytic type rubric where it's out of points instead of percentage. If I want to change those point values, I could say no score, or I could put custom points in if I want. If I want to add more criterion, let's say maybe this first criterion is about topic, but I also want to have a criterion that discusses evidence, or maybe punctuation and spelling. I can add as many criterion as I would like here, and it goes ahead and adds in the points for each of these and giving me a total down here at the bottom. If I go back up at the top, it has automatically saved this for me. And so I can simply go ahead and close when I am finished. Now I have a couple untitled that I've worked on as samples, and I have one that's called a Dropbox rubric that I've already created. And here you can see that I have several different levels, 1 through 4, each assigned points. And across the left-hand side are my different criterion that I have assigned for this particular rubric. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. And I'm going to go back to the home page. From here, I'm going to show you how to turn on Turnitin or enable it, and to also assign a rubric for a particular assignment. I'm going to go back up to the top, and across the navigation bar, I'm going to go over to Assessment, and I'm going to go down to Dropbox. Within Dropbox, I have several different assignments that I've assigned to my students. Week 1 Dropbox, you can see here, if I go over to the right of that, there is an icon that looks like a page. And if you hover over it, it says Turnitin enabled. And so you can see I've done that for week 1 and week 2. Let's go ahead and do that for week 3. So I'm going to go ahead and click into the week 3 Dropbox. And when I do, I can go ahead and click Edit Folder. From here, you can see that I've already given the details and the due date and such for this particular assignment. But I want to go ahead and go over to this side of the page, the right side of the page, where I can change details. And here I'm going to click into Evaluation and Feedback. This is where I can add that rubric. So for here, under Rubrics, I will click that down arrow. I can click Add Existing. It's going to give me my list of rubrics. I want that drop-down rubric, and I can click Add Selected. Now it shows up as the rubric, and it will show up for the students when they go into this assessment. If I keep going down in those details, the very bottom, it says Manage Turnitin. If I click on that option, here I can enable that similarity report. So it can check the student's writing and check for plagiarism. And then I also can click to allow the learners or the students to see that similarity score on their side as well. If I click Save, it will make that information part of my assessment. I'll go down here and click Save and Close. And now you can see that that icon is showing up next to week 3. This is how you enable Turnitin and create a rubric for an assignment in D2L.